This is how I saved a bride on her wedding day from vicious suppliers. This is Kwenye Industry, and I'm your host, Anka wako wa power kama kawa kama dawa, Buddha Boss. Alright, Kwenye Industry is a segment where I just share stories and probably other people's stories of their experience in the industry of entertainment, with the hope that somebody can pick up some lessons from things either we've done well, badly, mistakes we've made, etc., whether they can be able to give their clients, their audiences, a better experience. Sawa sawa. Alright. Now, I've been on a wedding trail because nimemsi several weddings here and there. And there's a lot of lessons I think we can be able to pick and apply. We did one last week. I hope you'll be able to take a look at it. One of the most embarrassing times I've ever had emceeing a wedding. Now today, still on the wedding trail, I want to talk to us about some certain situations where we may take for granted lakini ziko na ngori ya ukweli. All right? So I'm invited for a wedding. This time round, I am not going to MC, okay? So it's someone in our church. We are happy for her. She's getting married. There's big hype, etc. In fact, she had managed to get one of the top Kenyan comedians as her MC for her wedding. So I'm just coming to attend the wedding like any other person. I arrive in church like this, Pastor Naniona. Freddy, kuja. I mean, hey, niaje kwani? Now we have a crisis. So, haya, when do you MC? Where nani? When do you MC? So apparently this guy comes, and I don't know what the beef was, but the guy shows up and he says, you know what? I'm not doing this wedding. And he gets into his car and whoop, he disappears. So we don't have an MC, and it's a crisis. So my pastor says, this wedding ni yetu. But the one thing, let me tell you one thing about Sitam Karen, especially what were youth in Sitam Karen. Roho juu. When we decide we are doing something, ni kujipeana, kufa kupona, right? So anyway, so this wedding inafanyika ama ifanyiki? Inafanyika. Harusi tunayo hatuna? Tunayo. When do you MC? I said, fine, cool. So I pick up myself. I'm like, all right, let's do this. We get into the event. We push things. We create fun. It's a fun event. At the end of the day, the wedding comes to an end. Sasa ndio drama inataka kuanza. So apparently, some suppliers had not been paid, or what had been promised to them, they didn't get. My thinking is these guys had promised these guys that they knew they were going to get some money from the wedding. Naturally, people come and contribute. And because these guys' parents were well known within our church circles, they knew, harusi, watu watapeana, my friend. Ushailetoa bahasha, mnaangalia hivyo na bahasha yote hivyo unasema, we. Hapa ni sawa. Ukihesabu 14,100. 50. The money you had anticipated to get, haijakuja. So this guy does not have money that is supposed to pay these suppliers. Suppliers now wakamua watakuwa wenda wazimu. They have refused. The groom and bride are not going to leave the venue until they are paid. Bana wakazuia gari bwana kutoka. Groom akashuka, bride akashuka. Now bana, there's confrontation in there. The bride is crying. It's embarrassing. Everyone now is trying to figure out what's going on. What's the problem? What can we do? Suppliers wamekataa. Haki yetu, pesa yetu. My friend, Kenyans ni wale. So of course I look at the situation and I'm like, ini ufala, man. Ini ufala. Looking at the situation, I mean, even if you detain these guys here, where are they going to get the money from? If they don't have it, they don't have it. So either you agree venye mutalipwa and allow them to go and at least enjoy the remaining part of the evening and a bit of the honeymoon, then come and deal with the issues that are at hand. Lakini suppliers wataki kujua. So at such moments, once in a while, you switch gears, unaingia Eastlands mode. Kidogo tu. So immediately kana kapap, kambia we bride ingia kwa hii gari. We ingia kwa hii gari wewe. Bride ndani ya gari. Groom toka hapo, ingia kwa gari. No, we have not finished. Suppliers zingine pia kuna kitu kana washikanga na jambia. No, kambia we. Tupige hiyo mdomo, angalia huyu. We nani ingia hapa. So get the groom and the bride inside the car. Funga gari. Haya, sasa nataka kuona ule mtu anataka atoke kwa gazeti. Juu alikanyagwa na gari imebeba groom na bride. Soma mbele ya gari wewe. Wewe dereva, toa hii gari hapa. Toa gari wewe. Bah! And we push the guys out of the crowd. Of course the guys are angry. I'm like, msikuwe na wasiwasi. Kuja ni mtadili na mimi. Haina shida. Wacha hao waende alafu tukuje tuongee. So the bride and groom left the church. Wakakuja. Nini pesa yetu nini, kwambia okay, hii agreement mlikuwa nayo na nani? Mimi ama bride and groom? Bride and groom. Very nice. We notice bride and groom wameenda. Kai. Sasa fanyeni hivi. Either mnataka kuwafuata honeymoon, which sioni kama mtaenda, ama mungoje warudi kutoka honeymoon, mkae chini, muagree na jamaa atawalipa. After all, the parents hawezi toroka hii kanisa. They are well-known people, very respected. So even if you come afterwards, you will be sorted. There's no pressure. Ukaangalia options. Wakona hakuna option, wakajitoa eventually. Which should have been the first thing wangefanya in the first place to avoid the aibu yote etc. And eventually go. The good news is, of course, shortly after they were paid. The guy made arrangements, etc., and they were able to clear all their debts. But the pain the bride alikuwa nayo is one of those things that make me come forth and say, there are certain things we can share that can help somebody else not go through that kind of a situation. Blunder number one that they made, the assumption that people are going to give money as gifts. And from this money, you assume if 300 people come and each person just gives 1,000 bob, for instance, that is 300,000. We are good. That is wrong assumption. Not everybody who comes will come with the cash gift. In fact, most Kenyan weddings, kama kuna gift utaikosa in plenty, ni glasses. Mimi sijui nani aliambia watu wedding gift ni glass. Jamaa akiwa na 500 atapiga hesabu between kukupea 500 ama niende ninunue glass za 500. Atanunua glass za 500 most probably. So you can't make financial decisions with money that you don't have in your hands. That is a mistake that if one of you is intending to make, akijiondoe na mapema, just in case you have not yet wedded and you're thinking about it. Don't calculate with money that is not in your hands. Number 2, agree in advance with your suppliers on way forward before you come to the place where, by the time harusi ni kesho, you already know whether you have money or not. Talk to your suppliers in advance. Explain your situation. Because these guys have come to the event. They know you promised that immediately the event is over, money will be in their hands. Now the event is over and nobody is giving them clear explanations. Now you're forcing them to do things that should not be done on such a day as this. Explain, hata kama ni mbaya, sina. Let them decide they're not coming from the word go and you know you don't have food, you don't have decor, whatever it is. But explain your situation because eventually, guess what? This guy is sorted. So that entire embarrassment should not have taken place if only somebody would have said, okay, let's make this work. 3, when you choose to engage, for instance, a brand as an MC, whichever person you may choose to pick, these are people who work with a particular mindset. They work with a particular, they think of themselves in a particular way. And so if you have an agreement with these guys, number 1, have it written, signed, a contract of sorts. Pay a deposit. It is to your advantage. Because now should anybody breach, my friend, you have reason to say, my friend, you breached, after hapo tutapelekana, because you've not paid this guy a deposit, for instance, to lock them down. If they get another gig on that material day, what is it that will make you think what I choose your event over the other? But if you pay and made your commitment, you have a claim over that transaction. Unaweza kama mwambie, hey boss, tulishalipa deposit yetu. If you breach, you make it very clear. If they breach, this is the consequence. If you breach, this is what you're forfeiting. So that needs to be pretty clear. Then, by the time siku inaisha, even with that MC, make sure you've agreed. Boss, this is where we are at. Kesho tuko ama tupo. So that now you have time to prepare for an eventuality. Now, I was trying to imagine, what if I was not going to show up for that wedding? For instance, too. What would have happened? Who is it that would have stepped into that space and say, I'll take over this event, I'll be able to run it? How well will it have been run? You're getting? What if there's nobody who can pick up that? Now we'll be forced to get into a situation where it's the pastor being forced to make an announcement, etc., and act as an MC. I mean, those kind of things should be sorted a day, 3 weeks, whatever time in advance. So that the day that comes in for you, you have time to enjoy it, because it is only once. I hope somebody is able to pick some advice from this. 1 or 2 things you can pick. And finally, by the way, best man, the wedding committee, the bridal party, your duty is not just to look good there. It is to shield your bride and your groom from anything that will cause them not to enjoy their day. To be honest, I don't think it should have been in my place to be the one going to deal with the suppliers. I'm a total stranger, to be honest. And it's only that you get to a place where you feel, man, you can't ruin somebody's wedding in this fashion, and yet this is something you can be able to handle after quite easily. Somebody else should have been able to step into that situation and say, look, I'm the chairman of this committee, hold me accountable to ABCD. I can guarantee we shall do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in fact, that should have happened even without the knowledge of the groom and bride, in terms of them being brought into this conversation. Because you're the ones who are taking, I mean, you have their backs, man. You get, nyinyi ndio mnawashikilia. So if you allow them to be exposed to these vicious people who are simply thinking business and nothing else, they don't care about the bride who is going to go into a honeymoon in tears. They don't care about the embarrassment that bride will have gone through, and the groom perhaps, and the parents. That is none of their business. Them, they want the cheddar. They're in business, they don't care. We've offered a service, weka pesa hapa. If you have the privilege of being the best couple, of being in the bridal party, of supporting your people as they get married, know that you're not there to look beautiful. You have a duty to protect these guys from anything that will cause them not to enjoy that day. Take the bullet for them. Pambana na wakoro huko nje. Wacha wakuje kusikia story baadaye waseme, haya, you mean you did that for us? You get? Lakini ukiwatupia hivyo moto bwana. Anyway, that is it for today. Next week, God willing, I'll be telling you an interesting story of how marijuana, aka cannabis sativa, aka bang, aka mkombero, no, or musala, mbeho. My friend, how cannabis sativa saved the wedding? Make a date next week, same time, same place, same channel. I'm your host, Buddha Boss, and Asper K. Like, follow, share, subscribe, and let's keep on building this industry. Oos!